full casters just want things that'll either bump up their DC or just increase damage in a way. Outside of that, it's also why I generally don't play full casters, because I feel like it limits limits what I would want out of an item. That's me.
So as he unrolls the map, he points to the part that's labeled Shadow Rift on here. This place that looks like a weird place called Florida is what you're looking at.
I can't believe Florida made it into the Domains of Dread. Actually, never mind, that makes sense. What's a Florida?
I don't know. Heard of Florida.
Or is it pronounced Florida?
That might be it with the way they are.
Thank you, Jeebus. To be fair, that is his name. Or it was his name. Great.
I'm sad.
Now, problem here is, of course, this map will shift a little bit as it goes around because these islands don't typically stay where they put.
And that's why we would want the dimensional sextant then, so we could always get a grasp of where everything's moving.
Unless you had some other way to track things.
Well, we have a lantern, but I don't know if it works on sea like in land.
Roll me a history.
Ooh, wait, did we get into a fight?
No. I think that was just marked from earlier.
Okay, now I was noticing I was down to my last 6 digits of health. Alright,
Well, I don't think Moogle's gonna kill you by the salesman.
So on table, did we get long
He
rest?
did say he wasn't going to sell you the cursed lumber.
Oh my god.
So, I guess we get a long rest? Oh no, that was because of the injury.
Oh, yeah,
thing.
you're fine.
Alright. So Kyle asking Elliot for money. So how much are you asking?
Well, it's 200 for this dimensional sextant, and it...
With a history check, you remember you have a compass.
Do I? Oh, yeah, we
you
have
do.
Vasily's compass. I forgot about that. Oh, wait. Why are we wasting our money on this? We have a compass that just points us to Dark Lords.
Oh, I thought you need the sexy thing to use with the compass.
I mean, it could give us more exact locations rather than just guessing. I mean, if we shove them together, usually a compass and a sextant gives you, like, the most accurate loadout. The problem is, a lot of the fog obscures the stars, so I guess it uses the core as its star then.
You kind of hold it out. Why don't you take a look?
I will?
Yeah, as you're looking around, like, you see constellations through the fog. Weird ones. And then when you turn pretty much to the west, you see this strange greenish light shooting straight up.
Is it near the Isle of Cicero, or is it, like, further west? Or wait.
Inland.
Oh, inland. Okay. I thought it was, like, considering where the city's propagated, it was, like, west towards, like, Hag's Lighthouse in that way.
The Hag's Lighthouse, as you would figure it,
Yeah.
is southeast of this.
Oh, okay. I guess because my perception was we came in, and since...
This is a bay in a very wide river.
Okay,
So it's kind of like London. So it's like the bay itself is isolated from the ocean
I mean...
by a very large inlet, so...
I mean, worst comes to worst, we can use this with the compass, especially since it seems to have a good grasp of where we're going. The one issue that obviously presents itself is once we get on land, won't be as effective.
Oh, it's still effective.
I don't know.
It's just a matter of transporting through the mists, because it's a problem. But it could help if you really need it.
Do we really want it with the compass and the lantern, or do you think it'll be good? Looks at Deckham and Elliot.
Personally, I think it may be a good idea to
No,
have.
Navigator. That's totally a question of up to you. I'm sure we should be fine, but on the eventuality we do get lost, having both would be ideal.
Screw it, why not?
But
Also,
sorry,
I suspect we may need a second opinion, or at least the device isn't going to directly lead us to adversity.
Hold on. Give me 1 second. Pulls out the sending stone. Sandra?
have this.
Oh, what?
How rare are dimensional sextants in the domains of dread?
I had a chance to buy one about 6 years ago.
Do you regret it that you didn't?
I've been trying to kill somebody to get one.
Hangs up. All right, we'll take it. Like, call the only other captain. Call the only other captain that has an opinion on this.
I mean, Citra has other ways of navigating, but...
Yeah, I'd imagine this is like one of the most highly sought after items. Like, that's anyone that's worth their salt would get their kill.
Then you get another message back. I had one. It was how I got back to Barovia to kill Strahd. And then I lost it, because someone stole it from me. And I'm going to find that bastard.
Darn shame. Hangs up.
I take it.
So,
You had
this particular item is 200 gold. I currently have 198 gold, and Kyle is, well, Kaya.
4.
So she's broke.
I have 1 electrum, so I'm like rich in spirit. And actual spirit, so she pulls out a bottle, or one of the bottles of rum.
She put a lot of alcohol.
I will warn you, though, that Electrum doesn't have the same value here as it does in Schlenkton.
I imagine it wouldn't, because it doesn't have any value outside of Schlenkton.
Wait, did he just say he didn't?
Yeah,
Ben?
he said he had a
He's got that
client.
same style he always has.
This is why I don't trust this man, but I trust him enough to give us good products. Or maybe sell our corpses when we die. One of the two.
I don't deal in corpses.
I mean, isn't Deckham's corpse just a robotic shell, so it's less of a corpse and more of just a reprogramming thing? Technically.
well,
I've never dealt with Warforged, to be honest. I was just taking this because it would be like fancy hang.
Elliot kind of
He
just
kind of hangs the head of Jeffrey up on a freaking hook.
Oh god.
Right wall hang, isn't it?
Elliot just speaks to Deckham. I do have a sizable wallet to help. I can put in 150.
Alright, well if I pay the other 50, and obviously, my friend, if there's anything that you currently need to acquire, we shall acquire it.
Let me just minus that.
So just for a frame of reference, Miley, because it's been a while. Basically, his item shop functions as a character. You just ask for what you would want, and he usually will give something, quote unquote. Oh, I just realized how much gold was in the fucking bag of holding, and I forgot to split my share in half. Actually, Kyle just can pay for it herself. I'm stupid. So, as Kyle realizes that they hand over the money, she's just digging through the bag and, like, pulls out, that's about 100 or 1,140 gold in here worth of gems. She's just digging through.
You shit. You fucking shit.
And then they say that charity was supposed to be a noble thing.
I completely forgot about it because I keep throwing shit in here. Like, there's this, and she pulls out the gnomish long hammer.
Alright, so I'm just putting
No,
that.
you keep forgetting about it because you're an alcoholic.
I'm not
That
an
might-
alcoholic.
That might actually be a problem.
I'm a competitive drinker. There's a difference.
But it requires booze, so...
Myself.
Right. And Elliot will just put his 150 back into his satchel.
Hold on, let me add the fucking gems to my inventory real quick, and then, or at least for now, so I can minus it.
And mostly Elliot's going to look around on the items, but right now, at least on top of his own mind, he doesn't really have anything in particular to look for, and player-wise, I'm still high-wired, I guess, so I don't know what exactly
No worries.
Elliot would look for.
You don't... Actually, one other thing we may need. You don't happen to sell, Vampire Bane, do you? Or Holy Water, or anything of the like?
Well, I don't carry holy water because that's something that's out of the wild. But I do happen to have a couple of vampire bane swords or other things.
Do you just have the poison itself?
Thinks for a moment. I probably do. Take a look. As he seems to go back under the table again.
It pulled out a clove of Garfit. Vampire Bane.
Actually, he does set a clove of garlic up there at first.
Nah, I'm not going stereotypical. I think Kyle's gotten to the point where Vampire Bane is probably more effective than garlic.
Let's take a quick 5-minute. I need to make a bio, and somebody needs to tell me something, and I also need to look it up, so.
Okay.
Okay, no problem. Yeah, Mize, we thought your mom was holding you hostage for your birthday. Or at least I did.
No, that was on Saturday. Just today.
Okay.
No, today at work was it was a shit show. I can't get into it because I believe we're all on stream and live, and I cannot talk NDA stuff.
Oh, yeah, let's not. I don't want to get sued. Or be
Neither.
in a court of law.
Me neither. But yeah,
Welcome back, Jason.
Hey, welcome back. Yeah, I'll just give the highlight of it. I got back home like about 6:30. So I was like, okay, I can take a quick little nap and I'll be up at 7:30, and I fucking passed out.
I feel that.
I had my phone right next to me. Nothing woke me up. I only woke up because I actually fell into the REM sleep of like, oh, this is a dream. Wait, why am I dreaming? Hold on. Wake up.
Wait, this is weird.
Alright.
Okay, what's going on?
Nothing much, man.
We are at a merchant currently. God has left the building for now.
He said he had to get some characters
Okay.
and some others and write
So
about it.
if there's anything you would wish to purchase, you can probably do
about it.
so here because
He sells
our rogue
literally
forgot
everything.
we were there.
Our rogue didn't forget shit. I just forgot how much money I had in my bag of holding that I didn't give to you guys.
Yeah.
I'd like to point out, like, look at the bag of holding in the party thing. That's how much gold Kyle has.
Yeah.
Okay, really. I mean, it's not like I have to buy armor or weapons or anything.
Well, you don't need armor, to be fair. You have rock. That's all you need.
Not to mention, it's like I think most of us already been. We already got our at least the
Loadouts kitted out.
not loadouts kitted out, but more like we got the minority.
What kind of book did you get? Oh, what book?
Oh, boat.
Was it Junior Jones book?
Yeah.
By the way, what boat did we get for Kyle?
Decently sized ghost ship, but it's got a lot of problems. So, what we ended up doing from this guy is we bought a shit ton of lumber, and since Ismark is our carpenter, he's basically fixing up the ship, and we just bought lumber, and him and Zan are taking it back right now to fix the ship.
I suppose at that point, Elliot would have asked, "Are you sure there's enough lumber to actually make a decent, seaworthy vessel?"
Mostly just patching holes, and according to the funny salesman...
That's the pauses I'm used to.
Yeah, Google played Elliot for a little bit, Miser, and did like your pauses for a minute, like mimic them, and was like, nah, they were too long, they were too short. But no, get back into it for a second. According to the salesman, it's just enough lumber to patch most of the holes and make it seaworthy, so it should be fine. Plus, he hasn't sold us anything weird or wrong before. Mostly. As far as I can remember, anyway. Plus, he also sold us the fancy clothes that let us get into the Vistani camp, so... Can't be all that horrid.
Alright, I suppose I should get a tire equivalent for that Bell's Harbor when we get to that place.
Maybe. I think he's busy looking under his table for his vampire brain, so maybe when he gets back. Also, do we have to look presentable, Zinmar, when you're going to your home, or is there not a certain tire?
From what I remember, no. There's no real... It was the monastery was not, like, super strict. And despite me not being there from the beginning, they took me in. And like I was their own. I felt very at home at all times there.
Alright.
I hope that also reflects on your guys' experience when we go there.
I hope so, but considering how butchered a lot of these the places we have been, considering, like, Elliot's mother, or Sammy, I don't really trust it. Did we ever end up catching Sister Sammy? I actually forget.
Yes,
I don't think I
we
was there.
did. Or rather, I believe you guys had ended the majority of them, and all of them in the island of Cicero.
I think one got away, but I don't remember.
No, there was no survivors. Or at least, no survivors of the enemy.
No, I personally killed Sammy.
I bared witness to
She
it.
deserved better.
You do know she was, I was gonna say masochist, but that's not the term. Sadist,
No,
right?
Yes, but she.
But no, of course not.
Damn it, Tekum.
She was technically a sadomasochist.
I rolled so
Yeah.
many ones on her.
I know. Tekum will never believe it was her mind controlled. It was not of her own volition.
Right.
Yes, you're just a misunderstood young woman.
She
One of
literally
their-
stabbed us multiple times.
Lots of people stab us.
That doesn't mean they're misunderstood.
No, usually they're undead.
Technically, she didn't stab, she flailed.
Yeah, she beat the shit out of Deckham. She didn't hit me.
Spiky armor.
True, that's why I didn't fucking stab her. Though I fucking beheaded the other one, like, immediately. And then our head came back.
Yes, Elliot will immediately recount, right, of their 4 members that I can remember.
Yep. We'll take the
The-
dimensional 6. Or-
One of them was killed by my father.
Or, sorry. Did you find any Vampire's Bane then, sir?
Just a moment.
Okay, I didn't know if he was still looking.
I suppose I could bless some holy water eventually.
Got plenty of powdered silver for that.
How much for the powder silver?
I believe the spell ceremony specifically dictates how much silver is required for that.
Yeah, I don't remember off the top of my head.
I think it's 10 gold worth or something. I know. Let me check.
I'll check too. I should have it here. Oh, I'm sorry, 25. Yeah.
Yeah, that's only gives you like so many bottles. It's not great. I mean, there is a church in town, but I can't remember how that turned out.
Yeah, the last time we went to this church, we almost got stabbed by a were-rat. And there was a
You
man
did
doing
get stabbed by a were-rat.
and there was a man doing the Macarena in the corner as he was being assailed.
And then we met Bloody Jack, the new incarnation of it.
And then Deckham got zapped by his own lightning bolt.
And then when we went to another church, it was run by heathens.
We have a bad track record with going to any church at this point. I don't trust churches as far as we could throw them. One of these days we'll actually get to a good church.
Yeah,
Church
Elliot,
of debauchery and sin.
Elliot will put in 50 gold for that amount of powdered silver.
Okay.
Elliot, how many vials would that make you?
At minimum 2, but I suspect it could get me at least a good 4 or 5.
Does anybody know the name of a listed Bane sword?
That's not legendary, no. Or, like, god tier, not really.
There we go. There's a fucking price. Thank you. Okay, because I know that is an exceptionally heavy sword. Okay. It'll be about 2,000 gold for a standard sword.
Oh, I was just looking for vials of Vampire Bane.
Okay.
Sorry, if I didn't clarify, that's on me.
Oh, I probably just derped because I was told a lot of information while I was on a bio break, so that was on me.
Nah, you're fine.
Elliot looks around. Do you have any particular poisons that are effective against the undead?
So, Bane. Kyle, as he's looking down.
Well, Greybeard used to say that white phosphorus was a very good, well, a good tool, but sometimes it would ruin the weapon, from what he explained to me.
Why would you?
You really shouldn't use white phosphorus on a weapon. Burn the shit
I was
out.
gonna say, as someone that had a pyrotechnic that also dealt with white phosphorus, if anything, she put it in a jar for one-time use because it was just A, more effective, and B, it one-time use. If you use it in a weapon, you're just destroying the weapon 90% of the time.
Yes, that's exactly what Greybeard did when he wanted to kill a certain undead.
Sounds like such a waste.
If it
You know
means
what?
getting...
Before I do this, roll me a history check
Sure.
for your own sanity.
Elliot or me?
Both, either. Declan too.
Okay.
Wow.
Why not?
Good. We are the historical bunch. To be fair, you have technically, like in campaign, you have met Kyle's explosive expert. Probably has like a hands up all kinds of shit, but
Does the bar wish to roll? He might get advantage for it.
1 second.
Yeah, so for context, so in OR, still in the bit of the crazier medieval times of let's just try something until it really is harmful to us. And Greybeard definitely was a dwarf that tried various things to kill undead.
So going up, for some reason, Elliot's kind of just derping. Kyle, you kind of have some allies that dealt with vampires a lot.
Yeah.
Zimar, while you were bumping uglies, you remember a shelf, and there was a couple of bottles on that shelf labeled vampire or anti-vampire poison.
Oh god, it's the anti-venom for vampires.
And Deckham, you have a friend and a whole bunch of people who specifically hunt vampires.
And they had a mule with them.
That one was terrifying.
God, I want the local.
In fact, one of them is notoriously known as a vampire hunter.
I was gonna say, Kyle probably never dealt with, like, vampire bane personally. Not that she wouldn't use it, but more so, she had other beads, and she felt that vampire bane was probably too easy. But now she feels like it's probably a necessity, at least for the lower ones.
But it was just silver.
Well, that's why these poinsettia dice are silvered. Easier, and it's more fun for torturing.
You need a very angry mule.
Why?
Don't ask questions.
Why?
Because on Jodoba, there's a vampire hunting mule.
Why is there a vampire hunting mule?
We don't know.
I'm
What the fuck is
impressed.
going on in your
Yeah, in the newspaper. He holds up a Jordoban newspaper.
I am
Probably
most
like a
impressed.
dusk. It's probably written by like one of the Dusk Havens. I have a feeling
Actually, it's by Von Wizardson.
Yeah.
that would make more sense.
I was going to
actually.
call it the nomenclature.
I hate you.
Actually, it's listed. Or actually, what is it? What would it be? Things I saw while staring at my own reflection
Shut the fuck up.
by the crazy Von Wizardson.
It's Von Wordson.
Alphasar.
Well, sorry.
No, it's-
yeah.
It's one of his cousins. It's Von Wordson.
Okay, I just want to point this out. I came
Sir
across.
Eddie von Authorson.
Yeah.
Sorry. Von Editorson. The editor-in-chief. Oh god, no.
It literally writes behind its pseudonym.
Oh dear lord, that'd be fucking terrifying. Anyway, go on. You said you'd like to point out.
I see where they're microtransactioning D&D Beyond. I don't like it. And the fact that there is something called a Scroll of Tarrasque summoning is what the fuck.
Fucking what?
I want one.
Wait, when?
Apparently Icewind Dale had a Scroll of Tarrasque summoning.
Okay, that makes more sense. Because Icewind Dale was like their experiment of what we can get away with, considering Mela has a chest from there that literally makes anything. And hasn't
Anyway.
used it. Also, where? I guess that's a question for later.
So, that being said, back to this. He does finally come up with some bottles. Now, these are a bit pricey because they're hard to come by.
How much?
Oh, about 300 gold apiece.
I'll take 5.
Okay.
Let me look through
Yeah, I was trying to save you money, but okay.
Moogle. Do you see how much gold is in my bag of holding? I'm not gonna spend it really.
Yeah,
too
but you have
much.
other things you could buy.
I'll buy 2 then.
I mean, your ship has some rusty old cannons.
Actually-
These cannons worked.
Yeah. Do you have any cannons or anything like that?
Balls.
I do.
I think he has 2 of them, Deckham.
Oh, I got plenty of balls.
2 won't be sufficient.
Elliot
No,
just
my
quietly
flavor,
face
nice.
palms.
Here I have what they call a quick brew scrotum pouch.
Why?
I don't know. People are weird. But you do notice that you just clean it out like that and put a string through it. It's perfect clean that pouch.
Huh. That just sounds like a eunuch thing, Moogle, and I hate it.
No, they're an actual thing. I have
I know.
one. It was sold from Australia.
Ew. Just how many cannons do you have, and are they like usable.
How many do you need?
How many cannon portholes does our ship have above table?
Roll me a D100.
$22.
It's got 76.
Okay. So for the fuck of it, there's 18 side cannons and 2 swivels.
I need a lot.
Holy shit, that's all a boom.
It's also, it's nothing compared to a man of war, but, it's there.
Yeah. I'll need a decent amount, because I remember even modding 2 cannons onto a skyship was a hell of a time. Oh.
I'm still impressed that they had the ships flying in the skies.
Alright, so how much would it cost for all that together for the cannons? Just to fill the ship?
How much gold do you guys have left?
8,300.
After all of that? Already?
That's what it says in the bag of holding. That's what's in the bag, plus the, minus for the 2 vampire banes, so, they were 300 apiece, so it would be minus 600. Give me a minute. It'll probably be like 10k or close to.
No, because the cost of a ship is 10k.
No, I meant how much we have left, not the cost. So altogether, after the 2 vampires banes, it's about 12k actually. 12k and 300 gold pieces. 360, at least from my...
Okay. So I'm going to say it's about 6,000 gold to outfit your ship with cannons.
6,000? Okay.
Even though the realist in me is like, that's about the cost of a cannon, but...
Right.
Yeah, but this guy also tends to make deals for repeat customers, because he doesn't seem to be making sales off anything else.
I can have that all delivered. Now the question is, would you like anything else? I noticed that you got that fancy armor there, Elliot. Looks like there's a bit of blood still on it.
Yes, nothing with a good cleaning can fix it up.
I mean, I got some fancy armor here. This one's made out of mithril.
It's just like...
And for those of you that don't like armor, I do happen to have some braces, defenses they call them.
Hey, that's me.
Hey, that's me too.
Rings of protection, cloaks. Got all kinds of things. For those with gold.
Wouldn't know anyone.
I'm sure. As Elliot looks at some of the... I guess Barnaby has the tailored clothing as well.
Oh
yeah.
Would you... Would you want this? And she'll pull out the sacrificial dagger she got from the gnomish side wheel.
No, seriously, Kyle, can we get 2 sets of braces defense?
Roll me a I'm gonna do 100.
Sure. Give me 1 second after I sell this real quick. 56.
But that's a sacrificial to the god Bane. That's a rarity.
That's fucking what?
Indeed, the god Bane died and then was taken over by his sons, which also murdered him.
Yeah, I don't
God
want
of
this.
murder. See, pretty good condition. I'll give you 100 gold for it.
Alright.
Oh, I can trade you this talking doll.
What does it say?
What kind of accent does it have?
I don't even know what it is. I was just looking at the list.
What kind of accent does it have? I hate you.
What are you doing, you fucker?
He's Dwarvish, yeah.
It's a
It's
Dwarvish
like
doll.
an old Irish accent. Just,
I could either do that or Russian, so you can got your pick.
Suka, privet.
How's an annihilator?
I mean, I see no problem with talking like this. It is not hard. It is simple. I hate that I do that because there's a guy that's Polish that I work with. I'm not gonna disclose anything, but he talks exactly like that, and I can mimic his voice because of, and I hate it.
Bliat.
Zuka, yeah.
Holy crap, that's a gun.
What? What are you looking at?
Gun?
Topaz Annihilator.
It only destroys Topaz, nothing else.
No, it's a magic ranged weapon resembles a musket, but in lieu of ammunition, it holds a glowing yellow scale from a topaz dragon in its heart. Deals 2d6 necrotic damage on a hit. If the target is reduced to, or object is reduced to 0 hit points, the target is reduced to dust. The creature reduced to dust can only be restored to life by a true resurrection or wish. While the weapon is on your person, you can use an action to cast Disintegrate
Oh,
once
my
per
God.
day.
You know what
it
that
went
reminds me?
good to fantastic.
It reminds me of God, what was it? The silver tongue or the sharp tongue, whatever the bard god's rapier is, does some wild shit like
Yeah.
that.
Anyway, Elliot's also going to sell his, his no longer used chainmail and his old greatsword since it's been replaced with the Blade of the Black Templar, so...
Half the sale price.
Alright, let me just pull that up because I don't remember their prices off the top of my head.
Oh, I can tell you. Chainmail. So have a 75 for the chainmail.
Okay, let's write that down.
Is it a great maul or a great sword?
Great
You
sword.
can minus miser from the gold in the bag of holding. I'll just pay for anything else if anyone wants that.
25 for the great sword.
Okay, so I'm just put 25 sword and 75 for the chainmail, so that's 100, so I get 50 back. Okay.
Like I said, I think the bag of holding inventory is open to anyone, so if you wanna...
It should be.
Yeah, let me take out the gnomish grenades, because I actually did use both of those. And blow up clowns. Oh yeah, there's the gnomish notes for how to make grenades, though, in there.
Yep.
And then
those. I think you did actually.
I did, because I was running ahead, and then I asked you
Yeah.
about them.
I don't know how to make stuff. I was just was made.
Okay, I can just delete this out of my inventory.
It'd be weird if you had like an engineer.
No, we don't have any of those.
Yeah, he's not here yet.
Yeah.
Over there. His fancy man hat.
They're busy enjoying life.
Yeah, it's for sure leaving 300 years.
Still terrified and walking around a freaking camp.
Doesn't go like more than 10 feet, like gets out of it, like, and then goes back in.
That would be funny.
What the hell is that? It's a cat. Fuck's a
Like,
cat.
pulls out a it sees a cat, pulls out a pistol, shoots at it, and misses it.
They don't miss.
We don't miss.
True, actually.
Is it dangerous? No?
Maybe.
Yeah, I was watching, like, oh no, it's a bomb.
Are you a mouse? What's a mouse?
What's it doing?
Please tell me one of.
If it
Please tell me
stops,
what it-
if it stops purring, it'll explode.
Oh god. Please tell me one of your warforges has speak. Well, I guess it wouldn't make sense to have speak with animals on a literal military outfit.
No?
Actually, Oni does.
Redundant.
Oh, it's Oni, really?
Yeah, really
No
wants
wonder
that.
he can't speak.
The
Well,
one that also.
you think Seven might have, because you saw him staring at a rat one time very intently.
So now Daily sells his old sword and armor. At least alleviates some of the weight off of my shoulders. Some of these this is how you pronounce it, tailor-made attire suits. These are formal wear, are they not?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Finest fashion.
I'll purchase once. Deckham, you call these suits, yes?
Yes, that's what I wear.
Then I will require your knowledge of a formal attire if we to head to Bell's Harbor eventually.
Alright then, not an issue. Knowing this Kyle's personality, I think they'll all be wearing suits.
No. She's literally just wearing like her tank top and her coat. I also forgot to mention, technically, because it's been a while since her coat does have like a giant Oni design of her crew on the back of it. Because I haven't shown a picture of the back of her coat in a long time. Let's see if I can find it even.
We're talking about formal wear.
Oh fuck no, that shit's disgusting.
Set of fine clothes is about 10 gold.
Alright.
I don't hate
Wait, what?
We are talking like silks.
No, not to you. Deck up to Kyle. That shit's disgusting. Fucking what?
I didn't stutter. A lot of rich, pompous vampire assholes wore them.
Right.
Distinguished Warforged for them too, you know.
I mean, sure, you could wear them. I'm still gonna throw shade at something I don't like.
These
Stop
are
me
the opposite flight. Now I'm even more confused.
I was gonna say, Kyle hates formal wear. I think we discussed this before when she was asked to get the formal wear when we first went shopping with this guy, and she's like, no, I don't want it.
Alright, so there's a pack of clothes. That would be. Alright. Beyond that, that's all Elliot really thinks he can need. He isn't sure about anything else. And then looks over to Zamar and again to Kael and Decca. I don't suppose you're all going to ask help for the acquirements of magical items.
I'm good for the most part. I got most of my ship kitted out, and I have the dimensional sextant.
Right, this is defense, please.
Times 2.
How much would that run me?
I don't know.
I'm looking at the salesman.
For
4 gold. Got it.
no, I mean, what do you?
Defense.
Bracers of defense.
2 cents.
Oh. 1 second, I just had that.
I'm tired of getting stabbed by crazy women.
Yeah,
Sounds like a personal problem.
we're looking for
It really
2.
is only women who have stabbed me so far.
It has been.
Well, one flailed you, if that makes you feel any better.
Not really. She dented the shit out of me.
Actually, it was more a bunch of scratches because remember they were hooks
Yeah.
and barbed wire, basically.
I was gonna say, you got stabbed by the zombies when we were in the church, the other church that we were in. Yeah.
2,000 gold a pair.
I only have enough for one.
Elliot.
Actually, hold on, let me look.
Elliot's willing to put in. He says, "I do still have." Looking at the amount of gold he has. 746 gold. 1.
Let me minus for 1. Alright, and then
1 electrum.
400.
20 silver and a lot of copper.
Let me do some math. So 300 is 700. I have 760, so I think we just get it. Or it'll be close. No, we're off 600 gold. I can get the first one.
If we can only afford one, I would highly suggest that Sinmar take them because he's much more likely to get in melee combat than I.
Up to you guys. I could at least put up for one of them.
Hold on. I'm just pulling on my gold.
I'm just using the party
I
one.
have 500 gold.
Actually, let me.
We might be able to work together on this to get the second pair.
Alright, so that's how much I have. So, together,
Yes.
Miser, we have 1,500 and 6 gold. So, yeah, we'll actually just have enough. Holy shit.
Like Elliot literally opens his alms box. You just see there's a lot of gold and other coins in there.
So, yeah, we'll just have enough for both. It's all our gold, though. I'll remove the gold from the bag of holding.
Also, Elliot passes the electrum to Kyle. I believe this has more value to you than it does to me.
Sadly, she puts. Now I have 2 electrum that I'll never use. In this fucking game, anyway.
But yeah, Elliot
Hell
will.
yeah. I'm as defended as plate armor.
Jesus Christ.
So I'm gonna delete the 746 gold out of my purse right now. Yes? No?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Making sure. That goes down
Yes,
there.
we are all officially broke.
No, I still have a shit ton of silver. I have 1,000 silver left.
Yeah, I got 20 silver and 146 copper on me.
Also, I have 2 electrum, so I'm poor, or I'm rich in that department. Because no one has electrum, so I can fuck the economy.
I have 2 electrum.
Fuck you. So do I. Alright, so you could both add bracers of defense then to your sheets, because... Alright, thank you.
Sweet.
The
Is
shopping
it
trip.
in?
It's in the compendium, yeah.
Yeah. Plus, Moogle also has, like, all the book spots, so we could probably find stuff from, like, Xanthers and other stuff as well.
I don't have all the book spot. I just found out
most of
the item Clisty tried to get made in Never Cause actually exists.
Where do I
Wait, what item?
add it?
Bottle of Boundless Copy
Click and
Wait,
drag.
is that actually a fucking item?
from Strixhaven.
Like what?
It is?
Dra-
Okay, that
drag
makes
and drop.
fucking sense. Strixhaven has a lot of weird items, actually. I didn't know it had that, though.
Do I need to help Zamar by dragging and dropping?
Oh, there's only 3. There's a Mask Charm, a Strixhaven Pennant, the mascot, and the bottle of Boundless Coffee. It makes sense why the fuck a college student would want
Actually,
that.
10 of them.
How do I
10 magic
drag
items.
I'm looking at the comments.
What do you mean?
He said drag and drop. Where do I drag?
Yeah,
Where do I
no.
drag from?
the compendium so that I with a circle. Just type in bracers. That should be near the top.
Man, what a troll.
I with a circle.
On the right
Like when
hand
you
side.
chatted.
Oh, wait, over here? Wait a minute.
What the fuck is a Morgaxer orb? There's too many words here.
Compendium. I can just swoop to whoop. Where do I drag it to?
Your
Just
character sheet.
your character sheet. Unless it's popped out. Is it in its own
Then you'll
window?
have to close and then
It is
reopen.
popped out.
Yeah, close your character sheet,
Motherfucker.
reopen your character sheet.
What a fun time. I guess you just gotta ask Jeebus now for a bottle of endless coffee, Moogle.
Doesn't Clusty already have that?
I think. For clothes. I don't know if you actually ended up buying it. I think you were searching for it, but we ended up buying it.
No. I had commissioned it. Then the war started. Along with
Alright.
a flask I was going to give Elric.
The fucking... It wasn't a flask. It was the drunkard's amulet, right?
Amulet of the Drunkard, yeah.
It was
Like,
either that
never-
or the flask where it's basically healing.
Yeah,
That's what it
I mean, it's the exact same thing as the amulet then.
Yeah, because the amulet heals... It only heals on the first drink, though. It doesn't heal on anything else. Because it's a one-time use, sadly.
Which
is
is why I
kinda
would have made the,
It doesn't seem to be working. I try to drag it and it doesn't work. It may be an Opera GX thing. But yeah, after opening and
Moogle, can you drag and drop?
do anything. It lets me drag, but does not let me drop.
Alright. Let me pop open Zamar here.
I could just keep dragging it, and then maybe I'll have like 100 of
Like
them by the time
15 of
Google
them?
fixes it.
Oh, you have no items. It legit has nothing.
Huh. The bar is empty?
Did I do that, or did you do that?
That was me.
hey, the bar so broke.
The Mars spell
Is it because
broke
it's
that-
locked?
No.
It's not because it's locked.
It might just be
Where were you
because-
clicking to drag from? Because you click on the...
Compendium.
Okay, so you're in the compendium. You go over the name until it turns a color, and you drag from that, it'll pick up a box, the white or something box, and then as soon as you get over the character sheet, it says accepting drops from compendiums. Because if you're opening,
I
like...
drag it, I have the box. I drag it, I have the box, and then I drag it over my character sheet, and nothing happens.
Okay, is the character sheet popped out into its own window, or is it inside Roll20? Main window.
It's inside Roll20. And I also, when I popped it out, I shut the sheet down, and then did the same thing.
I have no idea then.
Roll20 just hates Opera
Oh,
GX,
or
I
maybe
guess.
if I... Can I do this? That did not work. Nope, it did not work.
Oh, we'll figure it out later, because Roll20 is a pain in the butt.
It always is.
Anyway, I'm going to give you some items, because you probably need them.
I got a
Okay.
shit ton. The cannons we'll probably need, though, if we're gonna get into a fucking sea fight. Oh, I gotta add, the... Oh shit, did we ever end up buying the Dimensional Astral? I think I did. The Dimensional... Sextant, because I ended up paying for it with the gems.
Okay. Yep. There's some stuff for Zimar. The Explorer's Pack has stuff in it, so just look that up if you want to.
To be fair, most people forget what's in an Explorer's Pack until, like, last minute.
I've always used what's in my packs.
Yeah, I always like put the pack in my sheet and then take every single item out.
Yeah, I do the same thing as well.
True. I always... The only thing I ever remember from my packs, to be fair, is just the fucking 50 foot of hemp rope that I'll use like twice and then never again.
I'm just laughing over the
Torches,
fact
I
that
guess.
my priest's pack actually had a alms box, so I use that as a joke.
Mm-hmm. This is where my gold... No one would expect me to actually put my gold in the alms box.
I just shake it a little bit, like alms.
They give you almonds.
Fuck you.
Yeah.
Well, you folks need anything else?
No.
I believe that's it.
Well, the cabins should be arriving soon, so no worries about that. Now you run
will
yourselves along.
Will our skeleton crew get freaked out by the cannons? Or, like, how are they going to be delivered?
They're already there, aren't they?
Probably.
Mhm.
Are they... Damn, same minute shipping is really effective here.
I do pride myself on my sales and our service.
Thank you.
So you guys heading anywhere, or what you doing?
I don't really have
Go see
anywhere to...
Desperado.
Oh shit, the service is over, right? I'm
Well, that
Yes.
was yesterday, so yes.
I'll through this morning.
Yeah, I was gonna say, it would have been earlier, because we left in the morning, and now it's, what, like, midday, evening?
It's starting. The sun has set.
Okay, yeah, so it is the nighttime.
Right.
I mean, should we head over to the... the smithy shop to see if everyone's okay?
Alex already on his way over, making his way over.
I guess that was decided for us, and Kyle's gonna start walking.
Ellie will not say it out loud, but he does consider Desperado and that group good acquaintances.
Okay, just a moment. I will drag you guys over
Mm-hmm.
and make some
Okay.
adjustments. It would help if I remember where dynamic lighting was. Does dynamic lighting not have? I guess I screwed up. Or is it? Place door.
Hodor.
No. That reminds me of the fucking TikTok or whatever, or the short, where it was a guy was asking someone to hold the door, and then it ended up being the actor that played it, and I'm like, Jesus Christ, just stop. Man, I miss when Game of Thrones was good.
Okay, so they changed how doors work. I don't know if I like this.
In a bad way or a good way? Can I click on the
Like
door
a
still?
weird way because I can't. Like, it won't let me rotate it.
You have to grab
Oh,
those
so-
weird little handle things, I believe.
Oh, so they fucked up the dynamic lighting. I guess.
No, I mean like I can't do anything with the door. It's like horizontal now, and I can't change it.
Oh,
And like instead of having the little lines, it doesn't give me that.
So wait, he doesn't have the little.
Yeah, it's not working like a normal door
have like a-
was.
does
Oh,
it have
shit.
a gear wheel where it lets you adjust it on clicking on it?
Yeah, no, it's just like dropping it as like a round item, and it doesn't let me. So I need to be on dynamic lighting. There, okay. You have to be on dynamic lighting to get the little handles.
Oh, that's annoying.
Yeah, that is annoying. That real annoying. Okay. Whoop.
Alright, who wants to go in first? Because I'm definitely not. Don't really do good with dead people.
Oh. Wait, did you just go in? Okay.
Yeah, what? It's a shop.
Yeah. Elliot also does a polite, loud knock of.
You see drying blood stains on some things. You smell blood. And there are knife marks in the floor.
Well, I won't go in.
And other things. Some of which you assume is what it looks like if somebody shot a shotgun into the floor. Or a cannon. Or the walls.
This looks great.
Whack.
And you see the door for Ken's shop is shut. And you don't see the gnomes.
I'll just go, I'll stay here. But wait, try not to say anything. And she'll just kind of like look around.
Elliot approaches. Came to offer our condolences. We arrived earlier today. I heard the news.
Yeah, been holding down the thing. Mestric's back. I don't know when he's ever coming out. And, well, at some point somebody's got to go in there and clean up Ken. What's left of him.
How did Jack get in here?
Through the door. As he points the door, and you see that, previously the door had been damaged. This time, somehow they've had to, metal reinforce parts of it to put it back into the wall. The door actually was blown off the hinges by the cannon, but, yeah.
Well, if there is one thing I'm good at, cleaning, you would allow me access to Ken's area. I can at least try to remove what I can for you.
Probably for the best. It's unlocked.
It's done here, right?
Yep.
Alright. Since it literally cannot be squeamish.
Actually, roll me a Constitution and Wisdom save.
Oh, shit. $36, Wisdom is 4.
You thought the cross manor was bad? You're not sure how a person just becomes the walls?
I can see that with my passive, right? Considering the door's like...
Oh yeah, you open the door and it is a wave of dried blood and viscera. Of just smell alone.
Alright.
And there's no lights on, but your dark vision, you're like, why are the walls considerably darker than they were?
This is why the orcs invented super bleach.
You think the orcs invented it to drink it, not to use it as cleaning?
At least it wasn't for injected.
I was gonna say, there's no way they invented it for cleaning.
Before Elliot enters that room, he also looks over, and how are you and the others handling the situation? At least the aftermath.
Well, I think Sherry finally put down the gun she was about to shoot one of you with. You see a little hand, or a head pop over the... It's a thing. Desperado was actually out that day, but he's doing alright. I mean, when the bleeding stopped from my leg and I was able to stitch it back up, that was okay. But emotionally, I'm still a wreck.
Actually,
Messenger might be. I've been trying to check on him. He hasn't eaten. And I took away all the knives in case he tried to kill himself, because they were very close.
where is he?
He points back here in his room.
Question. The, viscera and, just disgusting everything that was in the room Deckham open, at least from my limited purview. Was it, akin to, like, how her brother was?
No. From
Okay.
your present perception, you're just like, why are the walls painted red?
Okay, so it's not as... It's a
Your
lot more-
brother didn't have any blood when he
Yeah.
died.
Okay.
That's why it was so weird, is because he wasn't bled out, he wasn't strangled, he wasn't... You just remember there being a weird black spot on his hand, in his palm. Elliot and Deckham, you can tell that someone swept a pile of person into the middle, probably before bagging it, but hasn't had a chance to clean.
Would it be alright to go and talk to him, or is he just not?
Well, if he doesn't throw something at you, but Mesovix, I'd suggest not. He's, again, not taking it well.
Sadly, I can relate.
Considering it was right next to her when Jack did it.
Oh.
Roll me an investigation if you want.
Who?
You.
Damn it. Wait,
From your vantage point,
hold on.
there is some very aggressive knife marks in the wall and stuff behind or in front of you.
Sorry, I want
And
to add the
yeah.
+4 because my ISO 15.
You imagine what must be looking like a gnome-shaped blank spot, bare spot where the blood splatter didn't hit. But you would imagine someone was completely eviscerated in front of you on that wall. I mean, you've seen where they've been trying to clean up the blood, but it's soaked into things pretty bad.
Kyle's gonna link to the other other three, sorry, party, and I'll just roll for how long. It's not gonna matter too much. Whatever you do today. 5 hours, okay. Wait, does that go up to a D10 at 9? Hold on. Just checking, because I know it goes. No, 11. It's D10. And we are only 9. I guess she'll say to the others while they're cleaning, is this our fault?
No.
how. We actually tried to help reinforce this place.
I know, but at the same time, we saw Jack, but we were more focused on trying to get out of here versus trying to help.
Jack shot me in the face with my own lightning bolt. I don't know if there's much we could have done against them.
You're overestimating our abilities, Kyle. We had just finished fighting against the were-rat beast that we were not exactly well equipped to fighting. And if I'm not mistaken, Bloody Jack is either the Dark Lord or the champion of this realm. We, as I am reluctant to admit this, were not strong enough at the time to face that creature, even if it had the face of a pretty elf woman.
I don't know. Just doesn't really sit well with me all that much.
Of course not. Being powerless is always a unpleasant feeling.
Yeah, that's what I'm afraid of.
The best we can do now, if fates demand it or give us that opportunity, we may be able to avenge those that had fallen when we were powerless.
I'm just gonna go outside for a little bit.
Sure.
Both of you just move me outside.
Oh, right, you need to breathe.
No, that's not why.
Elliot just adds in she just needs a moment to collect herself.
Beckham. I would figure you would at least assume because Kyle had literally talked about how she'd run away after seeing her brother was killed. Like,
Oh, yeah, no, Deku says that, but also he has filled this room with super bleach.
he's actually high right now.
No, that actually, no.
No, you need to breathe. The two in here that were in here originally don't.
Yeah, I just realized, like, wait, Elliot doesn't need to breathe.
Yeah. It's like, oh shit, you're probably dying.
You don't need to breathe.
Yeah, I remember that from Dampiers. Dampiers is great. That I love that, and you can just do a fucking, what is it? Air Genasi, just hold your breath indefinitely. Because fuck you. That shit's just funny.
I actually forgot that little bit, and I was like, wait a minute, we're going to Bleach. Oh, wait, I got Deathless Nature. Never mind.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I can't breathe anymore.
The mental link
Kyle's
also.
just kind of...
Continue.
She'll keep it open, but she's probably not going to say anything, really. She's thinking to herself. So if anyone else wants to talk to her or through it, they're more than welcome to.
Elliot, while scrubbing out, or at least helping Declan with the super bleach and everything, just rambles a little bit, or just asks, so what is the purpose again to find or speak to Desperado?
I did not quite have the exact reason for coming here, but it seemed like the right thing to do. We do owe these people a small amount.
Agreed. That I can agree to. I'm just wondering if this realm, this place that we have been dragged into can find any form of salvation.
And for what I remember, I believe Miss Kyle must have depart for the ship.
Zamar, you feel someone pat you on the shoulder as Desperado walks around.
Hey, buddy. How we doing?
I have seen better days, York. Oh yeah, I have. But, thank you. I was about to begin this.
I don't think I'm even getting used to it yet.
Yes, it's probably difficult for you, Zamar, as Me and Deckham don't require breath, and there's a lot of bleach now here.
Sidmar takes one step towards the door and his eyes just immediately water.
I was gonna make a joke that if he's been near a litter box, I think he's fine.
Oh shit.
That's just powdered ammonium.
As someone who
So
doesn't...
Desperado kind of walks over the puddles of blood and just kind of walks over to the forge and reaches up in there and opens a flue, and you hear some kind of fan kick on.
If you do not mind, how did the events happen here for Ken? It seems like there was a fight here at least.
You did put up a fight, senor. Well, Jack was proving a point. He came in here looking for Ken, and of course, Senorita Gmarkali and Senor Massific decided to fight back along with everyone else. And this is what happened. Jack killed Gnarly first and then drugged Ken in here. And even though we were able to get to the door in time, all we got to hear was his screams.
Did Ken personally insult Jack in some way?
You see his shoulders kind of slump. It is everyone's belief that he did this as part of the game he was playing with the chief constable, being that she was close friends with all of us. Ken predominantly was one of the ones who helped in produce the first firearms that were used and upgraded hers, along with most of the special units. So, I believe Jack was proving a point. And Deckham, as you continue cleaning, you realize there are at least a good dozen or so bullet holes.
Well, I'm not an investigator, but it does seem like Ken put up one hell of a fight.
Indeed, senor. But, he kind of walks past you a little bit. But it is hard to fight back when you're being boned like a chicken.
I have heard that.
Well, if you need anything, I will be cleaning up the rest of my shop.
Understood.
Alright, well, we'll be heading over to the Vistani camp after we're done here. Retrieving some of our men and boarding a ship that we have just recently acquired.
Ah, I see things are moving ahead for you.
Yes, if you want to.
You didn't happen to come across a bit of a shrine, did you? In the breach. Or the event, sorry. The event.
Yes.
Did we? Yeah, we did.
It was of your comrades.
Ah. At least it's good to know they're still there.
Desperado, if I may have your permission, but I would like to perform a slight ceremony here just to give funeral rites, at least here to prevent any desecration.
Well, I mean, we buried him this morning, so...
Usually acts like this tends to leave a lingering energy.
Indeed they do, sir. We were actually thinking of cleaning this place and moving to somewhere else. But, of course, buildings are not easy to come by.
What about a ship?
Surprisingly harder to come by. See?
Not really. Gesture to the front door where Kyle went out.
At that
It's out
moment,
there.
Elliot kind of pops into, or at least talks to Kyle. I don't suppose your ship will be able to hire shopkeepers if these are people are interested in leaving their house.
You know, just blacksmith, the best firearms experts that we currently have met, and somebody who knows how to run a cannon.
Sure.
We will think about it, senor. I'm sure everybody's still waiting. Besides, some of us haven't even left the house. Well, shop. Looks over at Sherry, who's still, like, barely sticking her head over the counter.
Alright, then we'll definitely let you think about it.
He just kind of nods as he walks off.
I guess as Kyle's looking, sees Morgana. Are you just gonna stand there, or are you waiting to go in?
I was actually waiting to talk because I forgot that I put.
Oh no, I know. That's how I was
now
like.
walking up.
Yeah, no, that's how I was gonna intro it. That she Kyle could probably like hear her coming from a ways away, considering her passive is stupid.
Actually, that's a good question. Let me check something.
Goddamn. Fucking rogues.
Yeah, goddamn rogues.
Yeah, fuck them.
Morgana worked with the soul knife.
Nah.
I see the four of you are back from where you were.
Kyle's kind of just, probably there'd be like a few small tears, and she's just wiping her eyes like, yeah.
You look at Morgana, and she's got one arm in a sling, and you can still see the bandages, like, under the shirt and such. That's how bad. She's got a coat kind of draped over her.
I see you still look like hammered shit.
You take on a Dark Lord that's got a personal vendetta against you. I'll see how you feel.
I think we probably will once we fight Margolia, but yeah. Well, kind of in first, but I can at least relate to how some of them are feeling after at least getting a somewhat gleam of everything. Terrible. I can
Yeah.
somewhere around.
Hopefully you don't have to drag Margulia back through the past of some place that he lives. I was lucky to come back at the same timeline. This time. Last time I came out as the underground was 7 years after we defeated him. So I hope that doesn't happen.
Yeah. I hope at least in some way they can, I don't know, feel better. It's weird because I know we really didn't talk too much. Just part of me feels guilty.
About what?
I don't know. I'm feeling that I could have always done more. Maybe prevented something from happening again. It's just that, you know, that emptiness that tends to gnaw on you when someone leaves you and you're trying to find someone to blame. Just that.
I am afraid that is not something I have.
I guess it's just me then.
No. There are a lot of people. Just not me. I have, too rational a mind. You see a situation that you think you could have changed. I see a situation in which there were 4 extra bodies.
People say no, never mind. I'm not gonna. I was trying to make a joke, but then it's like stopped herself instead of just going with it.
To understand, this was a force of evil. He carved through a line of 15 fully armed and armored police officers. He took over 300 rounds and kept walking. Think you had a chance against him?
Wouldn't know until you try, even if I didn't.
We had to track where the power came from. Luckily, still remembered a certain angel we encountered. And remembered that it was when she got her powers. I did not think they would be returning, however. But, alas, this is how it is here. I can only protect my city as long as I live. I don't know what you have to protect. I'm sure you can do the same.
Yeah. Certainly try. She says she's kind of like taking and wiping away one of the tears.
As far as Margulia goes, my contacts say that he had left for the only isles and has not seen south of that yet.
The moment, like, Kyle has a shift from sad to rage. Good. Guess we're gonna get to see him face to face again.
And what I've deduced, you have business in Bell's Harbor again. Wait?
Yeah, but that's on hold.
My contacts say that Bell Harbor is in quite a bit of political turmoil right now.
From what? Outside of
word I've heard is that the Dark Power has chosen the champion, or the champion has finally begun moving. It's created a great upheaval in both immortal and immortal sites. So, be careful when you head back.
Don't be for a bit yet, so I'm not too worried.
We
I guess Kyle's just gonna kind of not say anything else and watches her go in.
Yep. She enters, she looks around, nods at everyone.
Mom?
Other than the fact that I know exactly what happened here, I would say you were listening with evidence. But that's necessary. So I must thank you.
Constable. As Ellie gives a greeting.
Your friend seems to be having some significant troubles dealing with this.
Murder really gets to her.
Also, certain names I would be careful about, huh? Make sure she doesn't do something stupid.
That would be a difficult leash to put on her at times.
More like we'll be standing next to her when she does it.
True. That part, I suspect, if anything, the death of a individual close to someone affected her due to, well, you are aware of Margula's connection to us.
I have heard from rumors and sources, yes.
I will just say that I suspect, or rather certain, that Margula is more personal towards Kyle due to, as he gestures at the surroundings and to the people behind her. Trauma.
So I was right in suspecting that Margulia killed her brother, or someone close.
I don't know the exact details, but it is around there or not. The best.
So I must question being that, or was he kidnapped?
I don't know.
Because there was an
Doesn't
individual.
really share.
Well, there was an individual who was on this ship when he arrived. It's bears striking familial similarities to Kyle.
I think that would be information Kyle best needs to know, but I don't know if she would listen to our voices, or rather secondhand information.
She was not in an emotional state to hear that either, so I leave it up to you, her friends.
You do know that I am a follower of St. Cuthbert, and we're not exactly the most delicate in handling emotions.
That's where I come in, friend.
Then
I know emotions like the back of my programming.
I do not
Who
know
could
if
end
I
with
should
stabbing
feel.
someone at the party?
Her eye is definitely taken an injury. That was an eye patch that's been there for a long time. She kind of just hurt, like, her eyes, narrow a little bit, and then she just turns to Zamar, like, well, I guess it's up to you.
I don't know if I'm well equipped for this either, but
We're not very good at the emotion thing.
This is why Kyle doesn't talk to her party about emotion. Because she
course.
might actually kill them.
I'm brand new to these, okay?
You're just one of a kind of mummies. As she walks off. Over to
Right, so any of us are going to talk to Kyle about this, or should we keep it quiet for a while longer?
I don't know if now is exactly the best time for this. But you are right. She does deserve to know at least some point.
Exactly, but as you said, I don't think she's in the emotional stability to handle things. She tends to have I believe the phrase is quick trigger reaction, the knee-jerk reaction to any situation dealing with Margula, or I suppose in my particular case, the fanged folk, as she puts it bluntly. I suppose the question will remain is that, or should be asked, should we tell her after we leave port, or we're in the new area?
She seems to be calmest while on the water, so possibly just, after port.
Right, I suppose let's finish with this cleaning and then get her as far away from the memories.
Right, let's grab the chaps. Ooh, maybe Oni might be able to break the news to her.
The one that can't talk?
Hey.
They just stare at each other, they both nod, and then, like, Kyle's bed.
How we dealt with the rat.
I mean, if all comes to worst of it, I will tell her.
Alright, I'll just give you a fair warning.
Probably the worst option of the three.
Yeah.
I do want to mention this in case you forgot. Kyle, you did, when you guys were pulling into port with Syndra, you did think you saw your brother.
Yeah, I remember that much.
Okay, I just wanted to remind you of that.
I think she was probably hallucinating because, at least the way she wrote it off is that she's probably hallucinating from trauma.
Yeah.
Well, like again, Elliot's willing to sacrifice himself to a degree.
You sacrifice yourself, Kyle's gonna stab you and throw you in the ocean.
She can certainly try.
I don't think she'll be able to lift your armor, to be honest.
That's why I said she can certainly try. Anyway, but yeah, Elliot is as he's cleaning and everything, right? And in dealing with the situation with the Oni shogunate.
Shogunuts. Show these nuts.
I don't suppose any of you know what an Oni is, because I do not.
I hope it's ever horns.
Demo?
Is this in the mental link or talking to people? Or
Talking
all
to
of us?
people.
I have an idea, considering that's what's
No,
embroidered on my
he's talking out loud,
Oh.
but he's not using the mental
Okay.
link. He's talking out loud.
Just making sure. Okay.
He is attacking your monastery. They are.
Zimar,
Yes.
you do know what an Oni is because you had a dream with one.
Oh, that's right. I mean, they kind of look like a person, but I don't know. I don't know how to correctly, accurately describe one above table.
Table, I would say it looked like Kyle with dyed skin.
Pretty much, because Kyle
That's
is
a good
technically
shit.
based off an Oni. Like, her design actually has inspiration from both an Oni and some other stuff.
And also the back of her coat has like a face
Oh.
of what you saw.
Yeah, of a literal Oni mask. Hold on, I'll get it, because I gotta find that file. Been a hot fucking minute.
So yeah, Zimar, you could probably be like, well, it had a face like that.
Well, if you look at Kyle over there, you just
Outside.
twist your imagination a little bit. It's pretty much an Oni.
So the entity that twisted Kyle's body and everything was trying to make an Oni. Is that like some sort of chimera or flesh golem?
I think yes. They can polymorph.
So they have magic in
But
their veins. That would
Most of the time, they're going to look like Kyle over there. Slightly changed.
Also, sometimes bigger, if I remember correctly, because Oni are large creatures. Like, above table. I guess that's up to Moogle, depending on how he's
I like-
interpreting Oni. Because Onis are technically ogres.
Okay, what was the question again? Sorry.
Do you consider Onis large creatures or not? Or are they medium? Because I know Onis technically could be interpreted as ogres.
Okay. On Hollow Swag, are there Oni?
Probably like smaller variations, not like I would say normal size Oni. Hence why Kyle was able to model that. Or there's like they're more ancient oral history books of them, so they're probably more extinct and like in the
Okay.
same way the gods or something were. So she just thought the symbol was
Okay.
cool.
Then in that case, you know them as like a much more aggressive and usually stronger tiefling
Okay.
in a way, but they have their own culture, and there were historically like massive ones. As far as you know, we're not sure if they were, they are a variation of tiefling or not. That's just speculation.
I guess that also makes sense since everyone calls her a fucking tiefling that they've went across.
So, Lamar, you would know that there were unusual demons or devils that oftentimes hid within forests, but you never really knew much about them. Decum, or Jeebus, are there Oni on Jordova?
No.
Okay.
I mean, there are devils, so that's probably the closest thing he could equate it to.
Okay. Then you don't know what an Oni particularly would be for your world, and I can't remember if there's ones on Earth. I
No,
want to
there's
say
not.
no.
No, especially there is, but they're in the far east, something that Elliot would never have been to. Elliot's more in the north for Blackmore, and the closest thing that he can get.
If Elliot had any knowledge, it's anecdotal.
That, and also the closest thing he could probably understand is if it's like ogres, because ogres are in Blackmore territory.
So yeah, yours would be that the Oni is like a variation of ogre.
Alright.
And yours is like, you read about it in a book once about ogres, and it's like, this weird variation.
So basically, what I'm understanding, then Mars knows there's some creatures in the forest. Kale probably got the white chocolate version, and fucking Deckham doesn't know anything, and Elliot's probably will murder you, and are more closest to the OG Onis, or what
Yeah.
would be considered a normal Oni.
Yes.
Okay.
Except, unfortunately, Elliot, in his experience, stayed mostly in the north and west area, so Oarth, very much like Earth, allow the eastern cultivated creatures and monsters are in the east. Far east.
Yeah, it's same for like Toriel and stuff, where it's
And Elliot will just add, I am a bit ashamed to say that in my near 80 years of 8 decades of life, I had never heard or encountered a thing called an Oni. But this adventure, as one would call it, if not a strange trial in purgatory, I've been learning quite a lot of many new things. I don't know if that's actually interesting or not.
I have absolutely no idea what you're talking about.
I think the
Deckham
bleach
probably
is fine.
thinks it's some kind of horned orc.
Pretty
Yeah.
much.
The bleach is finally getting into Elliot, and he does not require to breathe, but yet he couldn't help but laugh a little bit. Right. And I suppose, just like before, we'll just hit it and see if it dies or not.
As per usual.
My favorite part.
Right, Jacob will throw the final rag into the bucket. Incinerate the bucket. Let's get moving.
This will insult a little bit because it's been a while since I saved this art, but here, I'll post it in the Sea of Sorrows because this is technically what the back of Kyle's jacket looks like. I forgot I had this spreadsheet. It just took me a fucking minute to find it.
Ah.
Yeah, because that's the back. It's technically literally an Oni mask.
Alright, hopefully that ship is ready to set sail soon.
We're still waiting for tomorrow. You're all outside, right?
Yeah, this is
Yeah.
the mental talk.
Okay. It should be, but we're still waiting for Syndra because she said she'd be here tomorrow morning, so we could chip off then.
Alright, considering that we'll be dealing with the Oni Shogunate thing. Right, I asked the other two out loud, but didn't ask you, what the hell exactly is an Oni?
I don't know if it's the same here, but on my plane, or whatever we're calling, where I'm from, Oni are just massive, or at least the ones from stories were always these massive horned creatures that stomp and ravage the land, but realistically, the ones that are kind of scattered through a hollow swag are just basically bastardized tieflings. More humanistic than tieflings, but still. I guess I would be close as a comparison, but I'm also what is it? A chimera of different meshes of everything, so maybe someone was trying to recreate an Oni or use it as a basis. I couldn't tell you.
That was the question I did shout it out or spoken out loud to Zamar and Deckham, as Elliot will be making his way out of the, or as he is making his way, he kind of gives everyone a farewell and condolence again.
Jin kind of just waves at you, and you see Sherry's head kind of pop over in a little hand, but there's definitely some trauma there.
Makes sense. She's a sweetheart. Elliot steps out. Right, I did suspect, or at least adjusted a question that I didn't use the mental link about. If your tormentor was trying to make an Oni, from what I was hearing in the description.
Elliot? No. And she's just gonna start walking. The moment you said her tormentor, she just immediately tuned out the conversation.
Almost have.
They'll just start walking. I can't move off the bat because walk, but yeah.
Right. I still need to get used to dealing with socializing.
Good attempt.
Well, I suppose
I take it didn't go well.
Not
No,
at
do
all.
not.
It was awful.
Almost,
Yeah, comedy.
almost in sync says not at all.
Well, I don't think any of us would have actually had any luck, so...
Well, Greybeard always did say that the blunt instrument approach is usually the most effective when there's nothing but silence.
I think a blood.
Greybeard didn't have a lot of friends, did he?
What are friends?
Now that I
I'm
think about
90%
it,
sure if Elliot tries the blunt instrument approach, he's gonna get a sharp instrument in return.
you could certainly try. But anyway, Elliot's reaction. Elliot, you actually see him pause for a moment to really think about it. Besides those that he drinks with and those that he hunts with, I don't think so.
Those aren't friends, Elliot. Those are enablers.
Would I actually be considered an enabler then, since...
Absolutely, buddy. Come along.
Alrighty. You guys have anything you want to do for the night, or?
Nah, I think Kyle's too kind of stricken with things. And he definitely... He'll probably go back to the ship, if anything, to sleep. Probably more comfortable there. At least to her.
I'm still trying to get the smell out of my nose.
The smell of the sea is usually good for Clorox.
I think I'll go to the ship too.
I will be heading over to the Vistana camp to see if any of the boys want to come with us.
Yeah, you know what? Elliot's going to basically walk around the docks, but I think Well, else he will check out the lighthouse.
Alrighty. In that case, roll me a D100, mine.
Okay.
My favorite. It's my favorite time.
62.
Oh, no.
You walk around for a while. It doesn't take. It's not hard for you to find directions. You're used to cities that are packed like this. And you eventually make your way towards the lighthouse. So as you come across a corner, you catch the glint of, oh, what do they call that? It's the eyes that cats and dogs and stuff have.
What, the reflective sheen?
Yeah. That reflective sheen off of a woman who comes out of a very dark alleyway.
Alright, just typing all this down first. Okay, let me just move my token to the lighthouse. And...
Roll me a perception.
sure thing. 20.
Being a Dampier and having recently gone through things, you catch a whiff of the scent of her. And at first, it's probably sets you on edge because it smells very similar to your mother.
My hands are already moving toward my sword. And I will again blunt instrument application. I hope you're not going to give me a lie of being part of a Church of Ezra now.
Now, why would I do that?
Because you smell like a bunch of liars I met recently.
You smell like a grandniece of mine. So I was going to pass you by. But now I'm interested.
Well, subtlety's out the window now. Going to use this divine favor onto my very sword, make it very noticeable.
Man's about to get thrown 20 feet the other way.
She smiles at you, still approaching.
He also approaches. I guess in this case it would be the approach of until they're 5 feet from each other.
Well, before you get that close, she veers off and begins walking up the wall. Her eyes haven't left you. Yours. So you are his son. And you take after him.
I like to think I
Oh.
take after Greybeard a bit more.
That means nothing to me.
Of course not. So what do I owe to the pleasure of this encounter? Or at least a name?
Her smug little smile just suddenly now opens to reveal the fangs. Well, I've had a lot of names, but most people just know me as Valenta. Valenta Poposki.
How close is she from me right now?
30 feet.
Great!
Jump on a wall.
I'm going after her to attack.
Okay. You get him.
Someone's gonna end up dead.
Why do I feel like something really stupid just happened?
Well, he still has the mental link because it goes for a mile, and unless this town's a mile long.
Towns are usually longer than miles. He's probably close to you because he's at the lighthouse. But I'm
Yeah,
off
you're
on the end of Vistani. Ah, it's dirt.
There's a lot of dead bodies here.
Oh, I deleted myself, and now I can't see anything. Let me put myself
Did the same
back.
thing.
I am stupid.
Put myself in this sadness corner.
I suppose if
Zamar gets his own corner.
on table question, did Kyle ever mention the?
Valenta Popopsky? No.
Okay, well, either way, she did say grandniece and.
Crazy shit, huh?
Hmm?
Yeah.
So.
I don't think she has, but the only thing I remember.
I can't remember who asked about Elliot's mother's true or actual last name.
I don't think anyone has, or it's Elliot. I don't know.
Elliot would know at least that because he did talk to his father and he got that little history buff information. It should be in my notes somewhere.
Yeah, Kyle would not give a second thought to it because
No, because you didn't want to listen to them, so that's fine. But
Cool.
he did recall grandniece and.
Sorry about earlier.
Oh dear, this is probably gonna be an
he's
aunt.
about to beat up his aunt.
Great aunt.
Cousin? Oh yeah, great aunt. His grunt, his grand.
Hey, that's the one. Because I know. Well, I don't know how many times.
I guess somebody
I
needs some fight music.
Okay,
Sure.
because Elliot's gonna die in a fucking ditch.
I mean, hey, no one will shed a tear, right?
Deckham can't physically shed a tear. He can shed oil.
I cry every time.
Oh, I don't have a token for
Just use Charlize's. That'll probably be decently comparable. At least gives her something.
Let me check here. I should have something. Come on. Really? I have a million freaking tokens.
Yep, having a million freaking tokens and never the one you need.
Yeah.
I feel that. That was
I
me
feel-
yesterday.
I feel that very often.
It took me so long to find Tessa's token. I have no idea how bird it was.
Little revolt.
Yeah, fuck it. We'll just use generic.
Oh my god, she's Strahd.
No, that's not Strahd token.
Is that not?
No.
That guy has too much hair to be Strahd.
Should see that one then?
I thought Strahd actually was kind of, even though very emasculate, very
Oh wait, I won't be able to reach
he had
her
like
then.
long flowing hair. I might be just.
He does have long flowing hair. He also has a widow's peak that goes like fucking miles.
Oh, okay. That I didn't.
You have to remember, he was like 50, almost 50, like 60 by the time he was turned.
Oh, okay.
Oh wait, I won't be able to reach her then if I'm over there still. Am I closer
Well,
or?
I'd say you're probably closer, but...
Okay.
Okay.
Oh, this might be rough.
It might be.
Do I still get the attack in since I was the one who initiated it, or?
Yeah, I'll let you go ahead and attack.
Okay. For the 15, I'm gonna use the guiding strike for Channel Divinity. This one here to make that into a 25. And
Okay. Because the first one did not hit because she cast shield.
okay, well, as the 25 does hit, I'm going to deliver a. Let me just check. So I'm going to do Divine Smite, and I have access to 3rd level spells. Perfect. Where is it? Here we go. Minus the 4 radiant at the top. That was I didn't click off the Divine Favor.
Okay.
And Mental Link, if it's still attached, I don't know. I was just like, right. Found a vampire at the lighthouse. Is this thing working? That's all. That's all. Elliot thinks.
I will let you roll a d100. Whoever feels lucky.
You want me to do it so we could fuck it up?
It's me.
Please.
100.
Okay, Jason, go ahead, fuck it up.
Ooh.
52.
I'm
Highest.
afraid you don't hear anything.
I'm afraid I don't hear anything. Do we hear... We don't hear anything. Okay, we don't hear anything. Do we hear... I mean, don't we hear anything through the mental link, or don't hear anything at all?
Yeah, you don't hear anything through the mental link.
Mental thing's
Do
a
we
mile
hear-
long.
Yeah.
Do we hear any clanging or clinking?
Nah,
Not
it doesn't
that.
work like that. You could maybe project images, but unless Elliot's purposely projecting it through, it's not gonna. It doesn't 100%. It sadly doesn't work like that.
I mean, I guess the only thing that would stand out is if you actually are looking at the lighthouse and you should notice that there's a small little beam sword.
Well, I mean, you're more still in the building. You haven't quite reached it yet.
Ah, okay. And
Okay. Now it's her turn. Unless you have something else.
my free action is right. Let me just send you to your niece then. I think my dear mother would like the company.
Okay. Just taking some notes here.
Okay, so I just burned out my channel divinity. And that's a 3rd spell slot out.
You really think you can do anything against me?
I sure as I'm gonna try. Okay. Well.
It didn't work.
I was like, what sort of things am I chanting? I thought he was a monk.
I tried to click show spell description.
Yeah, I gotcha. What was
Unless
this
you're
one?
a DM or have a spellcaster with said spell, it won't ever let you.
Alright, with my aura protection. Hi. Ooh, thankfully I passed that one.
So that's
20.
19 damage.
Mm-hmm. One, two, three, four, five.
And you will get an opportunity attack as she jumps back and
Okay.
kind of just backs up onto the roof.
Alright, I'm just gonna quickly roll another con save for my concentration, which that was 19. Wow. Elias focus.
You have the damage you took, so yeah, you got it.
Yeah, I was just saying, like, wow, Elias focus on killing the vampire. Alright, so he's another Blade of the Templar. I'm going to pop that inspiration for the advantage. Hopefully I can get something out of that. 24 with a
That hits.
and I'll throw in my last 3rd level spell slot of Divine Smite and just click the Divine Favor off.
Right. Okay. Let's see, that's 50, 30, 53.
Yep. Yeah, and if she's an undead, well, she takes the extra 14.
Yep. Alright, it's your turn.
I'm going to take a quick look around. Is there anything that looks like a possible trap?
No.
Well, I had been running away from a lot of undead as of late, so this opportunity to at least take out one undead in this dreadful is going to be something I would look forward to. So, running after. So, I don't know how. I got 35 feet of movement, so I do not know if I could catch up to her.
You probably can.
Okay. Since I don't have Guiding Strike or advantage anymore, just going to be 2 regular attacks. Wait, what? Where did that plus 10 come from? Oh, I'm sorry. I hit that wrong one.
Is the plus 10 supposed to be there? Or?
No, that was for the Guided Strike, and I did not take that off. That was supposed to be for the Divine Favor. So,
God,
14, 27.
yeah, so it's just 14 and 27. I was like, where did those plus 10s come from? Yeah, so no. Discount the plus 10s. That was from Guided Strike.
Okay, so the 27 hits.
I see Miser was going for 3-5 AC rolls.
And, well, I'm gonna go all in, so, 2nd level Divine Smite. I need to see if that's actually hurting her or not. Minus at 480. It's one of those long days. I'm not clicking everything that's supposed to be
Don't
right.
worry about it.
And that's it for Elliot.
Hello?
Yeah, just rethinking.
That's what
Wayne
happens.
got real quiet for a minute there.
Just making sure I didn't DC.
Oh shit.
Well, someone doesn't want to be chased by their great nephew.
Well,
I will say this: you get an attack of opportunity, but yet it is at disadvantage.
I will take it.
I'll let you
Nothing
burn my
there.
inspiration.
Oh god. Okay, so what is that, normal then? Okay.
Sure.
Thank you, buddy. I'm just like, okay.
I'm just chilling in the ship, dude.
Yeah, I'm just here being traumatized while you're beating up your great aunt.
You feel like you hit something, but it might have just been cloth.
Do it again.
Hit him harder.
Fine.
There
Yeah.
you
Good grief. And
Okay, then I'm going to say you hit.
you know what I'm gonna do?
Nothing, but not it.
You know what I'm going to do? Hold on, let me just properly click everything again so I'm not just burning a second level for a Divine Smite. I'm burning through all my spell slots tonight. Yeah, that's it for Elliot. Or wait, no, that was her invisibility thing. I'm sorry. That was for that was all for a reaction. Holy shit.
go. Went really hard for that reaction, though.
Yeah.
Not like you're gonna be able to follow her.
True.
Are you sure? Hold on. Let me see. Can I do this?
Are you gonna use
Roll
Divine Sense?
D100.
No, I think you might try to use Divine Sense.
Uh huh.
Technically, she's a fiend.
Nope. Oh,
Unless
wait,
Google
that's
says.
Oh. It's good to get hit with all that damage.
She'd just be like, "Hey, help!
help.
I forgot.
Help!
And there she is.
I forgot.
I've
Creator
fallen
invisibility.
and I can't get up. Help!" God damn it!
Oh shit.
Miser
The
bullied
red
the
circle of doom.
Miser bullied the shit out of an old
Uh-oh.
woman. Stinky. Sorry. That's all I think about when I hear.
Kill me.
Hey, you think you can kill me? Oh god, he's right. Fuck.
Oh shit.
Why does it play out like a? Why does it play out like a fucking South Park comedy?
I need to stop
All right.
laughing so damn much.
Moogle, buddy.
Your turn, Miser.
Yeah, hold on. I was just trying to get my. Trying to stop
Moogle, this is
laughing.
why you gotta do the D door out. It's so much easier.
don't think any of those hit. If you're that high of an AC.
No, you feel a glance off of a shield spell again. As she cocks her head towards you, or to the side, you watch as the wounds are slowly starting to close up, as vampires do.
Yeah, she took all that radius, she's still healing. That's interesting. Gotta keep that in mind. As, Alright, you know what? I need some extra firepower, so, bonus action, spiritual weapon.
Pulls out
Jesus
a gun.
fucking Christ. I need more power.
Firepower.
Pulls out a rocket launcher.
That still misses, I'm afraid.
Yeah, but at least they'll give me an additional attack with my bonus actions now. Alright.
Well, first of all, legendary action. As she swings around the side of you, smiling.
It's gonna be really
And
weird
she's-
as two vampires are literally standing on the wall and they're just
They're on the roof right now.
Ah.
She looks back at you. Well, at least you're worth something. But I have a dinner date.
Well, you can't just be heading over there all bloodied up.
And on her turn, she shifts form.
She turned into a fart.
I'm sure she's going to be a vampire bat or something.
Yep, you watch her just kind of step off the back and turn as she turns into a bat and flies off.
I'm going to try.
Throw a rock.
Actually, I was going to throw a javelin.
Inspired me. Smite on rock.
Oh, if only I could do that.
Throw a brick.
The smiteful brick.
Oh.
If I roll a D100 and I get 90 or above, will you let him throw a rock?
Fine.
Oh my goodness. I was already going to throw the javelin, but.
No!
That's the
Bro.
exact opposite side of that.
Hmm?
That's the exact opposite side of that, so Mars, so no.
Alright, I'm just going to try and throw one javelin at disadvantage. I'll just click all this off because Divine. Wait, does Divine Favor? It only goes for the weapon, not the range.
I would go on DM discretion.
It just says your weapon attack, so I leave it up to DM discretion, as you said.
Just says weapons attack, it's whatever.
Alright, I throw javelin. Probably won't hit anything, but. Yeah.
Nope.
Clink, 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 clink. Walking pedestrian.
Oh my god, a free javelin! Takes it, runs.
You know, I
I
won't be.
love going on midnight strolls and
You throw it and it misses, also it crashes through a bunch of trash cans.
Oh no, my car!
You hear some homeless guy, who's throwing sticks? Ooh, free javelin!
Alright.
That man made 5 gold and now is gonna live like a king.
Ellie's just gonna quietly go like, right. I'll leave that javelin alone. But he's also
Go
gonna
in
be.
your So you do hear in your head,
I'm sure.
at least you're something better than she was. Ta-ta.
Do we hear that since it's technically in his head?
Yeah, you guys are too far for the message.
Okay. Is that to
Yeah.
make sure? I figured that we were, but
What do you do?
He's neither wise or intelligent. I'm just gonna roll something. Yeah. Elliot's stubborn. He's gonna try to at least keep up by dashing and, at the very least, I'm also going to apply using the Divine Sense.
Roll me a d20
Okay,
and a perception.
I'm just gonna count down my counter on my Divine Sense because... You said D20?
Yeah, d20 and
Perception.
perception.
Oh no. Make sure I got all the other things clicked off. Okay. Crap.
You hadn't realized it, but she has led you down that alleyway she just came out of. As you get into it, it's a tight, narrow one. Only about 6 feet across. And as you get about what you assume 20, 30, 40 feet in between these buildings, you do have your dark vision, so you do see it. But there's about 5 corpses, some of which have just, you can tell, she played with her food before she killed it.
Damn it.
One guy's nailed to a wall.
He doesn't say anything out loud, but he is definitely fuming and is enraged. But he checks Sorlex. He takes one look at the bodies, and he says, "I better report this." And he's gonna make his way to the constable.
You're lucky. You are lucky, miser.
You didn't almost see the vampire 69ing in an alley over the corpses.
Oh no, it would have been if it had been the 69, the horror was going to come around the corner and scream.
Oh shit, this is really Jack the Ripper Part 2, like Boogaloo.
And if I had rolled anything else, if I had rolled any higher or lower than an 80 or lower than a 20, there was going to be cops. And, you know, the only Fang folk in the alleyway at the moment.
Yeah, he's gonna go straight to the Constable HQ to inform Morgana of a very dangerously large vampire that he ran into and give information on that. While also still trying to check the mental link if it's still working. Is this thing working?
1, 2, 1, 2, mic check.
Well, with the headquarters being in the middle of the city, depending on which direction you went to get there,
It's so.
you might have picked back up if you
It
went along the
doesn't-
docks.
So to clarify, it doesn't pick back up. Like once it's disconnected, it's disconnected. So
Oh.
yeah, it's kind of a bitch like that.
Makes sense. But, yeah.
Yeah, I'm all the way outside the town and on the opposite end of the Vistana camp.
And we're Zibar and I are the ship. Just Kyle's. I don't think. Well, actually, it might be good to call Kyle down if there's a vampire on the loose. Get her murder urges out.
Well, that's what he was trying to do, but apparently it didn't work. So, Elliot's just gonna make it. He's just gonna make a beeline to the Constable HQ or the police headquarters.
Yeah.
Get in touch with Morgana and give her the bad news.
They get suspicious about you at first, but Morgana is a very good judge of character.
He also drops a name. Someone by the name of... God damn it. Player forgot name. Elliot wouldn't.
Valenta Popowski,
There we go, Valenta. What?
former bride of Strahd.
There we go.
Oh, wait, so Elliot's the... Oh, God.
Yeah. That's why I kind of had like a lot of facepalm moments.
Good. Now we get to... Now Kyle is justified in her murder.
Yes, Elliot is the descendant of the most renowned serial killer.
Jack the Ripper.
No.
I know, I was making...
He was a whore that killed her what do they call it? But what's the term for that, Molly?
John.
My brain is done.
John?
No, it's like it's a name for the people who hire hookers, and I can't remember what it is.
Escorts.
I mean, yeah, clients, but there's like another one for it.
Oh.
John.
John's, yeah.
I've said 2 times.
Oh,
Right.
God. I heard gone. I heard gone, so sorry.
I heard Dawn, and I'm like, wait, that doesn't sound right. But...
No,
It's just like usually Saturday for me. I don't know.
Everyone just ignores you and doesn't listen to what you say.
Sorry.
It's alright. But yeah.
Yeah, Juice, why do you keep saying gone? You're right here. I don't think he's gone.
It's just one of those nights, but yeah.
Okay, gamers. I really need to go to bed because I got work in the morning.
Not a
Yeah,
problem.
no worries.
Thanks, buddy.
We're gonna call it.
Before
if
I
nobody
go, I
else
wanted to
has it.
say something to Jeebus.
Yeah.
Every single day I've been messing with Rick because I keep moving one of the channels down one, and he has not realized in 4 days.
I was wondering who the fuck is doing that.
Jesus Christ.
Anyway.
We're the worst admins.
Alright.
Is it even Rick's server?
Yeah.
Oh.
He's the one who started it.
It's 1,100 people in here.
Alright.
Anyway,
Take,
Okay, anyway.
take care, Jason.
that will be what we'll call it.
Good night, good night.
We'll start next session with the next morning. And I have been Goth Moogle, the DM for Right. CSR. I am the DM for Into the Pits of Derp.
This is one of those nights.
That being said, we'll see everybody again in 2 weeks. Throw it over to We'll Spin the Wheel and Miser.
Oh, that's
Hello.
a very short wheel.
Very short wheel.
We got 3 names on it, so.
And only 3 choices really afterwards, but oh yes, so hello everyone. I do apologize I was late. This is Miser Mark. I play as Elliot, who just basically tried to murk his great aunt out of the fact that she's connected to a evil mom, and mom tried to turn him and everyone else into sacrifices, blah blah blah. I'm also the DM for Into the Wildlands. You can find my content on Miser Mark on both Twitch and YouTube. And I'll hand it over to Mariner.
Hello. I am Transpace Mariner. You can find me at Transpace Mariner on Twitch and DM Mariner on Twitter. And yeah, I usually run one in the chamber. Like, where next week, or next 2 weeks, sorry, Rand is also derping. We're gonna go to have fun times where we get to eat dinner, just kind of bump uglies. And by bump uglies, I mean someone's blood is probably gonna get spilled over a table. But yeah, it'll be fine. I'll head over to Jeebus.
Well, I'm James Dingus on Twitter and YouTube. You can find pretty much all of our content on my YouTube channel. Next Monday, the Drakettes may find a new wandering soul to join their little merry band.
We don't have a guitar though.
I feel that pain, and I'm pretty sure Marin needs to figure out what the meaning of bump uglies is, but
I know what it means. I know what it means.
Yeah.
You telling me you're not gonna get someone's not gonna get fucked over?
I mean, it depends. I mean, our group is either one of two things. We're either getting completely destroyed or barely surviving. So, you know.
Yeah, you either kill the thing or just get some very lucky rolls that basically could mean the TPK or not. There's no in between.
Alright, so let me just end the stream here.